Vance's side-by-side build. I think we're pretty much done. We're just going to go over everything real quick, and he's going to assist me. We'll go over a couple things. This is the factory front push bar. Alright, turn that off yet. I didn't say to do anything yet. These are rock blocks guards, and they're real good. This thing is actually set up to actually really go in the trails. The way it's initially set up from the factory is it's good to ride around the yard, and not much more than that. But we've got the rock blocks guards. We've got oversized wheels with polished aluminum wheels that are slightly larger, and tires to match. I forget the name of the company that we did that. We've got underneath here, this is the original intake for the transmission, CVT transmission. Lots of problems with that getting clogged up with mud. So we've got a Fernco 1.5-inch pipe, runs through and runs back through the firewall here to keep clean air coming into the transmission so that don't get dirty. We have a reduction on the sprocket to compensate for the oversized tires. We put this pipe in, which is now the intake for the cool air. It comes up and around. The old intake came right out here at the bottom for the cooling fan for the motor, and it would get stuffed up. So we changed that so that the mud couldn't get in it and the water couldn't get in it, and put this adapter on, which is the how-to is on one of my other videos you can see at my YouTube channel. And then we also installed real Polaris taillights from a I think it's a 400 or 450, I forget the year, but they're all the same from a real Polaris RZR. Go ahead, Vance, and turn on the ignition. Hit the brakes. There we go. Shut them off. And those are all wired in. There's also a video I have to show how they are installed. Outside of the wiring, you'd have to figure that out yourself. To compensate for the amount of power that the taillights took, or are going to take up, I installed LEDs, which are brighter headlights than the original, but only take 7 watts apiece. Go ahead and turn those on. And they are extremely bright, but only 7 watts of power, so we're not overloading the battery or the fuse. Go ahead and shut those off. We've also added this windshield, which I got off of eBay, and a little Polaris sticker just to make it look cool. We added secondary lighting, both white and yellow. Vance, go ahead and light them up. Those are the white. Now turn the white off, and we have a straight yellow. A couple of switches on the inside dash that are drilled in right through the front. Go ahead and shut those lights off. And we added a speedometer. Go ahead and turn your ignition on. We added a speedometer, and we also added some lighting underneath just to make it look cool. And the speedometer actually does work. It's a boat GPS speedometer. I also have a video on how to do that. And then the last thing we added, besides obviously the roof, which I got off eBay, turn off the ignition, and go ahead and fire up your radio, is we added a radio. The speakers are mounted directly behind his head. You can go ahead and leave it on for a second.
No copyright, remember?
Copyright. Turn it on for 1 second. Okay, well, you heard it. The speakers do work, and the amplifier is mounted up underneath the dash.
I'm not even sure the video might be taken down even for that.
No, it won't be. And what other modifications? Yeah, everything's run off of a 30 amp fuse that comes off of the battery underneath his seat that he's sitting in there. And did I leave anything out? I think it's everything we've done to it so far. Switches, dash panel, rear tail lights, intake. Yeah. So that is our RZR 170 build. And he has a lot of fun with it. Watch any of my other videos if you want to figure out how to do any of these things to yours. Other than these, the rock blocks, they have got a great video on how to install these, and they make it very simple. And probably about 30 minutes to install the whole thing. Huh? Yeah, we can show you riding it around the circle. I'll pause it and let you take off. And he likes it.